moment in life. While living in the caves in the jungles, early humans regularly required to go far off to the river banks for drinking water. They gradually started living near banks. Now they could get water easily for various activities. They also knew that all animals came to river banks for drinking water, where they could be hunted easily. Fish was their main food. Earlier they lived in far-off caves, and it was difficult to meet each other. But now they started living in groups, helped each other, and gave protection to the families from wild animals together. Discovery of farming. By this time, early humans had quite developed their thinking process. They noticed the seed in the soil grow into plants and got the idea of growing plants for their food. They collected and sowed seeds in the soil. Thus, they began farming. Most of the seeds grow into plants. Early man had transformed from being a hunter-gatherer to a food producer. They used stones to dig the soil. Later, they developed tools with proper shapes of wood and stones. Earlier, they plowed the land themselves, but later on began to use animals, rearing animals. Along with farming, early humans started taming animals like hen, goat, cow, and sheep. Sheep, goat, pig, donkey were domesticated by early humans. They started using these animals for different works, like obtaining milk, eggs, for carrying them and things. They used the bullock to plow the field and dogs for security from wild animals and for hunting. With every improvement, life became better for early humans. The settled life gave them some free time. They enjoyed singing and dancing. They painted pictures on the walls of the caves. The growth of crops led to the need of cooking and storing grains. Water carriage. It is believed that early humans learned to travel on water before the invention of wheel. They must have noticed some logs of wood floating on water. That gave them the idea of sailing. They made a raft by tying some logs together that helped them in fishing. Discovery of wheel. Early humans walked on foot and later used animals to travel with very less goods. Later they started carrying goods on tight pieces of wood. One day they noticed a big rock, boulder, rolling down the hill, which gave them the idea of a wheel. They tried to make a stone wheel first, but it was difficult to make a hole in a big stone. Then they tried making wheel with a wide stem of the tree. They fitted these wheels to the carts. Now they could easily move the carts on uneven ground. Now, traveling became easier and faster. Then the potter's wheel was invented to make pots and pans with clay. Much later, they must have observed that the jungle fire usually left burnt products behind it. They would have found that some of the partially melted stones converted to solid metals on cooling down. This gave them the idea of extracting metals from ores. They started melting such stones in fire and began making tools. Iron and copper were the first metals to be discovered. They made sharp and strong tools and used them to clear forests for farming. It was another leap towards progress. Gradually, new means of transport were developed like bicycle, tonga, scooter, car, bus, train, ship, and aeroplane. Means of communication also developed like radio, television, telegraph, and telephone. These inventions are the reason why we are living a comfortable life today. Factopedia. The scientists believe that, unlike other animals, the size of human brain increased with simultaneous decrease in the size of the teeth.